Top right hand corner representing that Platinum Heroes clan tag. It's, what did I just do? It's the Zerg player NOObius. And in the bottom left hand corner, also representing the Platinum Heroes clan tag, it's the Protoss player. It's SivPax. Alright, getting some volume complaints, so let me adjust this just a wee bit. That should help a bit, I think, but we'll see. I'm sure people, yesterday all day, people were telling me, turn it up, turn it down. It's always a lot of fun. What is starting off with us so far? Everything looking pretty standard. NOObius going up to 17, so 17 hatch, maybe a pool first opener here from NOObius. Pool first would be an aggressive way to go. We don't know how these first two games played out. We don't know what strategies, what mind games might be at play. All we know is one player, one each. We're tied 1-1, and one of these players is having an early exit today. The other is headed on to future rounds, so there's a decent amount at stake here. SivPax sending that scout across the map. Pro's gonna take a look around. Back at home, he has gone with the wall on the low ground. Let's see if he's going to expand or cyber next. Right now, he's very focused on getting a good scout of his opponent. He's going to see the timing of the pool and the early expansion and feel very comfortable moving forward. Back at home, he's going to throw down his own natural expansion. Before he gets the core, he knows he's safe. Oh, Wardy raided us. Thanks, Wardy. Thanks for the raid, buddy. Oh, and I messed up my my overlay when we have all these viewers. Distracted by the viewer count. Hold on. Alright. I have fixed the production errors, and now I get to read it in chat for the next 2 minutes. Thanks for the raids, guys. What's going on here? Lings are popping. They're going to chase off this scouting probe. Probe's going to get chased off. No third base from NOObius. Let's see if he takes that third base. So if a Zerg stays on 2 bases here, maybe it's just his playstyle, but it would usually indicate some sort of all-in or at least some very aggressive play. That 3-minute mark, as it comes and goes, no expansion from NOObius, could end up being a significant development. Back in the main base, Stargate is going to be the opener here for SivPax. Let's see if he gets any meaningful damage. It has not been scouted by NOObius. And I don't see, this Overlord seems pretty comfortable here. And I don't think that Overlord's going to come take a look around. Adept getting out on the map to try and get a scout. Still no third base from NOObius. What's he's up to? Let's look at the production tab. Layers on the way. Yeah, there's going to be a Roachworm maybe? Maybe a Queenling Nidus. No third base. He's got to be up to something. What are you up to, NOObius? Layer halfway done. Robo on the way. First Oracle pops. Let's see if it's able to find any damage. It hasn't been spotted by this Overlord just yet, but there we go. It has been spotted now. If NOObius was paying attention, he should know what's coming. He's already built spores at home. He built the spores blind. He built them out of habit. That habit's going to protect him today. Third base finally coming up. Maybe he forgot the Roachwarren or forgot the Baneling Nest, or maybe he just takes a late third base, but I do think it's going to become a decision. Look at the macro already. Look at the supply. SivPax at 52 supply to 43 of NOObius. He's already lingering behind, and he doesn't have a third base. Even count on bases as a... Alright, canceling some tech. Really, maybe playing the mind games a bit too much here. I think the macro fundamentals are going to start to slip a bit. The supply already tilting is not a great sign for the future. I think that there's a decent chance here our Protoss player is going to be able to swell up to a really nice sized army and run over his opponent. Twilight Council's been finished. No upgrades out of it just yet. War Prism is on the way. Not a ton of gateways. So no super aggressive Warp Prism push coming, at least not yet. Oracle down here on the right side of the map, maybe looking to come in and pressure the Nat in the future. Expanding that gateway count is SivPax. Warp Prism headed towards the north side of the map. Might be setting up here for... Oh, Oracle already came in, took a look around, unable to get any damage with the Queens and with the Spores, but is able to spot the Spire, which is a good scout. Spire is going to be the tech choice from NOObius. Will Mutas be able to find the necessary damage? 14 drones fired up on that production tab. Fantastic. Lings here on the south side, moving in, moving back. Double Forge being thrown down by SivPax. That is that moment where you say it's 6 minutes in the game, and I just remembered upgrades are a thing. I have been there many times. A good amount of chrono energy possibly going to come in handy in getting those upgrades out. So we were critical of NOObius not taking a third on time, but now NOObius is expanding to a fourth, and SivPax here seems a little too comfortable hanging out on 2 bases. Probably needs to start thinking about getting that third. Or, yeah, NOObius has managed to swing the supply back in his favor. That round of 12 drones did a lot of work towards getting his drone count back where it needs. Now he's got a 4th base on the way. He's got the rich Vespene gas on the way. Feeling a lot better about NOObius' position right now. He's got this little army coming in that is expensive for how small and fragile it is. But the beauty is nothing can shoot up and deal with these mutas. There are going to be Phoenixes. These Phoenixes, if micro properly, are going to clean up the mutas, but not before securing a cancel on the 3rd base. More than enough Lings to deal with anything on the ground, and the micro that is necessary for these Phoenix to efficiently clean up these mutas might be a bit much to ask for this time. Nope, it's not. I was mistaken. They fall back to their shield battery, they regain those shields, and they quickly deal with these mutas while not losing a single Phoenix. The 3rd base is the only casualty, but it is not an insignificant casualty. NOObius loving the pressure he's able to put on right now because his 4th base is up and running. Any kind of tech on the way for him, not right now. He's going further into these mutas, 10 more mutas on the way, as well as attack upgrades for those Mutalisks. He wants to swarm them with Zerglings on the ground while Mutalisks come in from the sky and come in from all angles, hopefully. It's a pretty decent Mutalisk count here. 11 Mutalisks might be able to get some damage even through the shield battery, though at least be able to get all that energy out of the shield battery rather quickly with the splash damage. 5 Phoenixes stand ready to battle the mutas in the skies. Armies gathering just out of vision of our Protoss player here. Banelings are being morphed in. Banelings will deal excellently with the Zealots on the ground. Let's see how this plays out. Worker counts are pretty even, 58 to 56, but SivPax absolutely needs to secure this base if he has a future as this game continues to progress. Zerglings get a bit ahead of the Zealots, but that's not going to matter. As soon as the Banelings arrive, that is going to take care of all of the Zealots on the ground. Mutalisks begin to battle it out with the superior Phoenixes. Phoenix were absolutely built for dealing with Mutalisks, and they're going to trade out. Fantastic here, potentially. Falling back to the shield batteries once again for that little extra boost in fighting off the Zerg invaders. The 3rd base, once again, the only casualty. Now the 4th base for NOObius is up and mining. The worker lead has grown for him. He's not getting much more damage with this push, but he's put himself, all the pressure he's put on his opponent, denying the 3rd base. He has swung this thing around from a macro perspective. He's well in the lead. Comfortably in the lead. +2 melee on the way. Thinks about throwing down a 2nd Spire, thinks better of it, and goes into a Hydra Den instead. Possibly wants to get Lurkers out in the long term, because Hydras are not going to do well against the Zealots that your opponent is massing. But as we saw before, it does not take many Banelings to deal with Zealots. 4 Banelings are nice. I'd like to see some Baneling speed, but we're going to be fighting here without it. Moving on in, looking to deny a 3rd again before it even gets started up. And it's not an efficient fight here for the Zerg, throwing Banelings into an Immortal, but the numbers are just too far in his favor. A little bit of lag here. SivPax lagging out. Back into the game. Downfall in the second Immortal. 4 Archons they want to fight. 4 Archons would turn the tide of this fight potentially, as Archons do great against everything, but they are Sim-Citied and stuck in their own base. Zerglings flooding into the mat. GG is called. NOObius is moving on to the next round, and SivPax will be making the early exit.